This is Friday of the first week of Lent. So here we are in the season of guilt and shame. But I wonder, do we really need to spend 6 weeks repenting for personal sin? Have you sinned that badly? How about most of the people you know? Something is amiss here. We have to name serious sin for what it is and take it seriously. Trivializing sin robs real sin of its moral force. Some years ago, a young man confessed 3 things to me: masturbation, not forgiving his mother, and something else I now forget. When he finished, I asked which was the most serious sin. He replied, not forgiving his mother. When I agreed, he immediately said with great energy, "But masturbation is a mortal sin." I was flabbergasted. Not forgiving your mother is less serious than masturbating? Not forgiving your mother is not a mortal sin? Jesus accused the Pharisees of trivializing the law by insisting on the minute commandments at the expense of the important ones. And he gave us reformed commandments. A reforming church needs to do the same. Notice how concretely and in the moment Jesus construes sin in our gospel reading today. And notice how he places the initiative on us. If you bring your gift to the altar, he says, and there recall that your brother or sister has anything against you, leave your gift there at the altar. Go first and be reconciled with your brother or sister, and then come and offer your gift. Those of us who live in a litigious culture might well heed this word and the succeeding lines. Settle with your opponent quickly while on the way to court. Otherwise, your opponent will hand you over to the judge, and the judge will hand you over to the guard, and you will be thrown in prison. You will not be released until you have paid the last penny. Prince Andrew, Donald Trump, take note. Same for sins against justice by the legislators of justice. What do we call what senators did when they refused a hearing to Merrick Garland as a Supreme Court justice, then rushed Amy Coney Barrett's confirmation through in 27 days, and are now threatening to delay Ketanji Brown Jackson's confirmation hearing? Same for sins against entire nations and peoples, like what Vladimir Putin is doing in the Ukraine. On a final note, one Mass text from the now replaced translation calls Lent a joyful season. Each year, you, Lord God, give us this joyful season when we prepare to celebrate the Paschal mystery with mind and heart renewed. You give us a spirit of loving reverence for you, our Father, and of willing service to our neighbor. So let's be about reforming the church by reforming our sense of sin, to call sin what it is, and to take seriously serious sin. Sin is personal, it is institutional, it is cultural, it is national and transnational. We must start the Reformation within ourselves, and that is a good project for Lent. We must act where and how we can to address sin that is greater than we are, and greater than our efforts. And the rest we must leave in God's hands, for God's just disposal in God's own time.